Folks, welcome to Talk About Topeka for our 100th episode. Yay! Really, we have really loved talking with all of you folks every week here on Talk About Topeka, and we've got some really exciting news that is coming our way right now that we're going to share with you. We have been, as we know, 100 episodes on MyTV, and we're going to continue to go on MyTV every Tuesday night at 9:30. But the addition to that is that we've made a deal with Cumulus Media, and we're going to be on KMAJ 1440 5 days a week. So we're very excited about that. And on today's show, we're going to celebrate our past and some of the fun moments that we've had, some of our greatest moments. And then we're going to tell you about some of the new segments that we're going to be having. And then I'm going to introduce you to Jamie Slack, who's going to be joining our cast. So sit right back, enjoy this episode, because it all starts right now. Folks, I'm really desperate for an interview here, so I'm going to talk to my sister, Kim. I'm really sorry about that, but if you'll just bear with us, we'll get this done as soon as possible. Kim, how are you doing?
He has no clue how much this is going to cost him.
This week on Talk About Topeka, it's the last of our special coverage for Topeka municipal elections. I'll referee the District 5 candidates Terry Crowder and Michelle De La Isla, along with the mayoral candidates Larry Woolgast and Michael Ogle. Tonight, with a record-setting third appearance on our show, Miss Karen Hastings returns to tell us all about her stage production of Driving Miss Daisy. Here's what she had to say about it last time.
It's a show I've always wanted to do. I mean, I was always so young and not ready for it, but now I am.
Today, I meet with Topeka City Manager Jim Colson.
People want to see a downtown.
We'll discuss the tough topics that are on Topeka's minds, such as, well, Beyonce's new hair, the fourth Wolverine film in 10 years, the whereabouts of Jimmy Hoffa, and then as we look right outside this door here, we are going to step out and see the Douglas DC-3 that we are going to be flying on today, taking to the skies. It's going to be a breathtaking trip. Say a little prayer for us, please.
Well, welcome to the State House.
We're going to have a top to bottom tour, literally.
Nice new copper.
Yeah, it is.
Come on.
Well,
that was the outside. Look outside. It's great.
I fly down to where the Topeka Library has stood for the last 60 years. I meet with the CEO, Gina Millsap, and Diana Fretton takes us on a tour behind the scenes. If you have any overdue library books, now would be the time to return them. Well, we're out here at Lake Shawnee. We're setting up Winter Wonderland, and I am here with my 10th grade biology teacher. I don't know whether I should call you Sherry or Mrs. Lundry. So we're on top of the drive-thru.
We're on top of the drive-thru.
I'm here with Eric Johnson. He's the president of the MTAA, and we're at Topeka Regional Airport. We're here at the Great Overland Station. We're going to be taking you all around the Railroad Festival. It's a beautiful Saturday. Let's get started. I'm jumping around like a grown man should not do, but I'm still doing it anyways because I really don't care. So, what brings you to the Railroad Festival here today? Uh-huh. Oh, and by the way, I love what you do for me. Toyota! We're gonna come see Going Bonkers on an episode soon. So
Okay,
yeah, very
thank
good. Today we are going bonkers. I may not have any kids, but that's not gonna stop me from acting like one. Let's go check it out. So I'm waiting here for the free PlayStations, so no one's come out to give those to me yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and check these things out. Taking the shoes off first, see? Wouldn't you like to be my neighbor? Yep. Whew. Boy, that's a slide right there. You know, I am, hold on. This stuff takes a lot of energy. We're starting out here at the Westboro Mart, and we're gonna begin taking you on the tour of the First Friday Art Walk. The toy store really is a magical place.
Buy local.
It's time to go to Noto. Let's go check them out. You would not believe how hard it is to find blimp parking here in Noto. So finally here, and we're ready to start our trek down North Kansas Avenue for the Art Walk. There's thousands of people out here. They're all having a great time. There's music, there's food, there's fun, there's galleries. You know, when I was a kid, I was going to college. I dreamed of seeing scenes like Lawrence in Topeka, and I say we got them right here. It exists. Hey, I think this place looks familiar. Last time we were in Noto with Anita Woolgast, we stopped by the Yeldarb Gallery, but they were closed. So we're going to go on in right now because they're certainly not closed for the First Friday Art Walk. There are so many wonderful sights in Noto, but my favorite thing to do is to stare at the chess.
Topeka is a great arts town.
So we're at the Merchant here in downtown Topeka, and we're going to be looking at the chalk art drawings. The way this worked is the artists put chalk art out on Kansas Avenue, and then they had a cup like this, and folks who would walk by and stuff their money in the cup to vote on which one they think was the best drawing. And all of the money goes to Let's Help, so it's a wonderful cause, and we're going to show you some of the drawings. It's starting to get a little dark out here, but I think we can give you some good results.
Welcome to DART 2013. We have 26 teams doing the Dart and 11 teams doing the Dartini, so it's a record.
Yeah, no, just making sure. We've just run like 27 miles. I'm Chris Schultz. Today we're out here at KNI. We're going to be checking out the Hidden Treasures Mall, and we're going to be speaking to their superintendent.
The services provided here really do an effective job of meeting their needs, and we have resources that allow us to provide really comprehensive services to the people who live here.
I get these awards, and I got a Champion of Character award, and I just keep shaking my head that I must have everybody fooled.
I would not say that. I think we're lucky to have you in Topeka here doing this.
People are still kind of leery and scared of sponsorship, of donations.
Sure.
Because what if the Topeka Veterans Day Parade doesn't stay and it goes away next year?
You know, that's where it comes down to we the people. You know, we have to stick together. We have to get behind these causes, and we have to make them work. And you have to start to change the world by doing it right here at home. The repeal of DOMA from the Supreme Court, and as well as Prop 8 ruling, we're talking about what's going to happen here in Kansas.
You know, a lot of animosity across the border with Missouri. Maybe it's mostly football and basketball, but still there's
well, there is that.
there's a lot of this, you know, free state, slave state thing that you still pick up on.
Do you think more people will choose to stay and fight for marriage equality, or will they flee to other states who've already allowed it?
I think that I hope people choose to stay and fight. This is the free state, and we should make ground here.
That doesn't sound very realistic.
That's because you're a heathen.
We were going to come here. I was like, Kansas, that backward state. I got here and I immediately ate my words.
This feels like the big city.
Yeah, it is.
This is, you know, without being, you know, in Chicago or New York, this is our version of Chicago or New York here in Topeka. So
that's right.
We're able to provide tools that really can make a difference.
We're not even going to be able to show you a smidgen of the things we were able to pick up here on this tour because these guys are a wealth of information. Wow.
Join us for the new Talk About Topeka with 5 brand new segments. Learn anything and everything about downtown with Heart of Topeka. Stay ahead of upcoming events with Encounter Top City. Small Business Spotlight is exactly what it says on the tin.
And then there was this little guy from Topeka that, you know, runs around and hands out water bottles.
Nearly 50% are the most vulnerable.
You have resources available to change your circumstances.
That's the compassionate community. Finally, we've spun up our recommendation engine with arts, food, and fun. All that and more on the new Talk About Topeka.
Well, to celebrate the 100th episode on Talk About Topeka, we've got some big changes that we've been telling you about. And one of those big changes here is the lovely Jamie Slack is joining us. How are you, Jamie?
The lovely?
Yeah, of course.
I think I'll take that. Do you by chance know how long this is going to take? Because I have somewhere I need to be.
Well, it'll take like,
yeah, because I got somewhere to go. Can we get this moving, guys?
That's the way it always
maybe?
works with me.
No?
Yeah, right?
I love it. I'm so excited to be here. This is fantastic.
We're totally glad to have you aboard. And I remember when we would go on your show on the other radio station, and we would talk about all kinds of stuff. And I mean, we talk about the shows that we were working on. And I was like, I always thought, that girl has it right there. She really does have it. So
well, something that I'm super passionate about is where I'm living and what's going on in my community. And I think that's important. I think there's a lot of people who want to dog down on everything that's going on and make it a negative experience for everyone. And it's important that we have the people out there, kind of like me and you.
Right.
But we go out and we talk about all these really cool and fun things that are going on because we love our community and other people should as well. So
yes, absolutely. That's what we've been trying to beat into the head. And now we've got another person right here. We're going to be beating it into your head together, folks.
Yeah.
So, I'm really excited about that. You have been around Topeka your whole life, right?
No, I've been here a total of like 12 years, I think.
That's pretty much
13
your whole life,
years,
right?
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
That's a long time.
I'm only 24 years old.
What brought you here? Where did you come from?
My dad taught at Washburn University, and so I came from Cedar City, Utah. And that's where I graduated high school and everything. So that's why I say I'm from there. And so he taught at Washburn for a while, and now he teaches at Bethany College in Lynnsburg. So we kind of are sticking around in the Kansas area. So it's a great place to live, and I love it. You know, I worked for a radio station. I've done stuff for 13 before. And so I've done all of that. Right now I'm working for Safe Streets, which is more, I'm really able to get out more in the community and talk with people and find out what their needs are and be able to help them help themselves. So it's kind of a really cool experience, but I think I draw from all of this. I think it's just been like a human experience for me to get out with people and help them and be able to, you know, have good shared experiences together. So anyway,
you've been with Safe Streets for a short time.
Oh yeah, like not very long.
But since you've done that, tell us a little something that you've picked up along the way that surprised you.
Oh, well, I just think there's so many great people in the community. And I think a lot of times, including myself sometimes, I have felt that I don't really have the means to move if I wanted to. I can't just pick up and leave and go and get another job someplace else because I have my family here, or maybe economic issues or things like that. And so, you know, I feel for a lot of us, you know, we have to understand that we need to make it as good as we possibly can. And so this does all kind of come around, even in Talk About Topeka and everything. That's kind of like my whole passion is just loving where you're at and what you can do. And so just with that, it's just amazing how much help people really can get to do things for themselves in their own neighborhoods and their own communities, doing whatever it is, working with churches or just working with your neighbors to make things better. And we live in a fantastic community. Fantastic.
And you have a background in media and radio. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, okay. Well, media, I've done, you know, a lot of TV stuff, but I do a lot of voiceover work still. And I used to work for a radio station, and we did Kansas Live, which was a lot of fun. I also was a DJ where I was able to... That's exactly what I did! Oh my gosh, I'm gonna laugh at that for forever. But no, what I did was I did requests and dedication, so I had all these cute little kids would call me up, and they were adorable, you know, just great kids. Sometimes they just want someone to answer the phone and they want to request their stupid song, or maybe it's a song that they just absolutely love or was played at some other, you know, sort of thing, and they just kind of want, you know, that song, and it's like the biggest thing to them. And so just to be able to make a difference for that person by just one phone call, it's weird.
I never thought of it that way.
It is. And it's like, oh my gosh, I can just hear them smiling through the phone, you know?
I was a DJ in the clubs, and that meant that people would basically come to me inebriated and tell me they want to hear a song, and I never thought of it that way. But you know, music really does change people's lives and gives them reference points. And
It does connect so many people, and it's just that was really hard for me to leave that part of my job, even though I loved doing all the community aspect things. But I think once I left that part of my job, I was able to get more out in the community and help people and do different things. So I'm on different boards and different, you know, committees and things that I do, and it's it's a great experience, that
Really
I feel like I
gotten
can
involved,
do it.
And I think a lot of people, hopefully what we can get people to do on this little mission is to get more involved with the community, because a lot of people sit at home and think, there really is, this is the way it is and I can't do anything about it. And there are people out there that there are organizations, there are things that you can do that you can really get involved with the community. You can find your place, your little niche where you just find that one thing you love and you can go do it and help people out. And it's the most rewarding thing you can possibly do.
It really is. In fact, when I did Kansas Live, I used to ask people, organizations that would come on. We'd get Let's Help, or we'd get Breakthrough House, or we'd get Lifehouse Advocacy. They would come on, and it was like I had never really heard of them before. And I'd do the interview, and then by the time I was done, I was like, what are we going to do without them?
Yeah.
Like that's a terrible thing to lose if they're not getting the funding, if they're not able to help the people in our community. Where else are they going to be able to get that help? There's no place else. And so that was something that really kind of pushed me to get more involved in the community and get out there and learn about what people are doing, because they're doing cool stuff all the time.
Yeah, there's some really truly wonderful people. We've got a chance to meet them on the show, and you had a chance to meet them, and the idea that we can come together and put those people out there and show them off and give them a little bit of attention that they deserve. I think that's really exciting about what we're able to do.
And on a side note, I'll tell you one thing about those organizations is they have these events that they put on, and they're really just fundraisers, but they're like the greatest events.
Yeah.
And you can go out there, and then they have silent auctions. I'm a sucker for silent auctions, okay? So I'm always there for the silent auctions. But when you can go in there and you can, learn more about the organization, you can, have dinner with your friends or do something fun. I mean, some of them are open to the public and some, aren't as much, but it's still a good way to get out there and meet people in your community that care about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, so many great people. That's what it's all about. I know, it's just to kind of wrap this up, I have to tell you that, just your involvement in the community and that spirit, you can totally see it in your glow. And that's why I'm so excited that we're going to be able to work with you here on Talk About Topeka, Jamie.
Do I get an award? For coming? I should get a trophy. Oh, an applause.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I'm expecting a lot more. Okay? Next time I'm here, it's going to be bigger and better. I want a big old trophy. That's what I want. Anyway.
Well, welcome aboard, and we are going to be joining Cumulus Radio 5 days a week, so be sure to tune in. We're going to be on KMAJ 1440.
Lots of coffee, folks. Lots of coffee.
Lots of coffee. We're going to be having it. We're going to be talking to a lot of people. We've got so many organizations that are already ready to be recurring segments. They have a lot to say in the community, and we're going to give them a great place to be able to say it. And you guys, you're going to be watching it right here with us on TV as well every Tuesday night at 9:30. Still going to be there right there for you. And, these folks, let's say it together. These guys better keep talking about Topeka.
Topeka, right.
Let's try to use
Talk about Topeka. Is he messing with me? What is the deal here? I don't get that. This is going to be rough, man. I don't know how we're going to handle this, but we'll see. No, this will be really good. I'm super excited.
I'm very excited as well. Thank you so much, Jamie.
Thank you. Do you always do the handshakes? Oh, that's what I love. Yes. Every day, I'll expect it.
That's right. One more question for you before we go. The bow ties. How'd you get started? How many of them do you have?
People often ask me that question. I really don't know, but I'm certain that I have 100, 150 bow ties, something like that. Yeah,
quite a collection.
Well, thing about bow ties, they don't go out of style. Those long things that people wear, they'll go wide, narrow, and then there's so much room for. That's good. That's a good one. Yeah, that's got a lot of color to it. I like that. Bow ties. There are basically 3 styles of bow ties, and they don't go out of style. The fabrics don't go out of style. The colors, you can find almost any color. Before I came to Washburn, I would occasionally wear a bow tie to work. Once a week maybe. Sometimes maybe twice a week. I just didn't think about it, and it's just something that I started doing. I don't know why. When I came here, if you look at some of the early photographs when I came, I had a long tie on. It was just as likely I'd have a long tie on as a bow tie on. The first day of classes that summer of 1997, when you were freshman on that campus. I was walking around the campus and just being president, and I thought this was great fun, and I would walk up to students and just talk with them and ask them something. The Review newspaper, student newspaper on campus, they were following me around. And when the review came out, the story was, "You'll know the new guy, he's the guy with the bow tie." And I haven't taken it off since. Now I'm accustomed to it.
Well, you rock it out pretty well, I have to say.
It works for me, so I could recommend it to others, as a matter of fact, and I can teach you how to tie it if you have apprehension about that. No problem.
Maybe we'll have to,
come back.
Show me.
Come back. We'll do
it
a
sometime.
time.
Exceptional changes are coming to our name with the addition of a weekday radio talk show during your morning drive from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock every Monday through Friday. See and hear the rest of our in-depth interview with Washburn University President Jerry Farley when it premieres Monday, June 2nd on our first daily radio show on KMAJ AM 1440. Then watch him June 3rd on our television edition on WIBW's MyTV. And of course, all of our content will be archived for history on our website and available on demand to stream 24/7. It's all in the works for talkabouttopeka.com. One show with 3 ways to stay informed.